Have you ever walked into a room full of strangers and you didn't know what to say? Don't worry, today I've got you covered. I'm going to teach you the best conversation starters to open up conversation with, and not only for different scenarios and different party types, but also different personalities. So if there's someone more shy or somebody more outgoing, how do you start conversation with that person? And then as a bonus, I'm going to teach you how to keep the conversation going so it feels smooth and natural and you really get to connect with that person. So let's get started. So let's start with a networking event. This could be for social networking or business networking, it doesn't matter. But it's one of the most common scenarios we find ourselves in where we're not necessarily there with a guest or somebody that we could easily talk to. So the first thing I want you to do, you find the person or group of people that you want to talk to. It's easier to approach usually one-to-one or sets of two rather than big groups of people. So maybe I look at somebody, I want to introduce myself. You walk up, you have to be brave. If nobody's introducing you, you walk up and you introduce yourself. Sometimes I just say, hello, my name is Myka. It's so nice to meet you. And it's as simple as that. Don't overcomplicate it. Then the person maybe says, hi, I'm Frank, for instance. And then I want you to do this. The first thing you do is find the common denominator. Why are you both at this event? You have something in common. Maybe it's the host that's invited you. Maybe it's the business that you both work for. Maybe it's a social organization or a neighborhood you're a part of, or a sporting event or team that you somehow are both affiliated with. But everybody is there for a reason. Maybe you're at a bar or a restaurant. That means maybe you live in the same neighborhood. Find the one thing that is the common denominator, and that's your lead-in. So let's say I walk up to that person. I now introduce myself. Oh, hi, Frank. It's so lovely to meet you. And then I say, so how do you know Sarah? Let's say Sarah's our host. How do you know Sarah? And Frank says, oh, well, actually, we work together. So we've worked together for probably 4 or 5 years now. Then the next thing that I want you to remember is this easy, very easy opening kind of conversation starter. Oh, so what's the most interesting thing you've been working on lately? Sounds so simple because it is. It's open-ended. It's interesting. They clearly have an interest in their work and they brought up work. So go run in that direction. They've told you that they work with Sarah and then they're opening up that conversation starter. It's not, oh, so what do you do for a living? Or, so what's your job? Those are kind of boring topics. So instead, what's the most interesting thing you've been working on lately? And that allows them, to kind of step back, think, well, we did have this project coming up and it's not close-ended, which means they can't just answer yes or no to it. And then once they tell you about this exciting project, that gives you one extra leg to jump on so that then you can come up with another good question after that. But that's one of the best first opening lines. Next, work or industry conference. These can be a little tricky because you might not know anyone and you might be in another city, town, country even, and it's a harder way to sometimes connect culturally. What do you say in this situation? Just remember this one opening liner. So what's one takeaway from today's event that you're going to take home with you? It's pretty good, right? It's easy. It makes somebody think and it makes somebody respond about their takeaway, and then it can then allow you to add in, to agree, right? Or to disagree, or to add into their thought process. So it's a really easy one and something that just allows an open conversation and something that's interesting and will actually strengthen your networking ability at that event because maybe you both took away the same thing and it instantly draws that connection to then keep in touch if you want to. Now, if not all of those resonated with you, here's another few that will just really help give you that extra confidence in case you need to kind of take it out of your back pocket, depending on the situation. What inspired you to get into this field? What's the best piece of advice you received? So what's a trend in your industry that really excites you right now? If you could go back and give your younger self career advice, what would you say? What's been your biggest aha moment in your business? Let's talk about a social gathering. This could be a wedding, a baby shower, this could be a birthday party. Whatever it is, everybody has been invited for one reason, because you know the person who's being celebrated or who's hosting the event. So the best line to open up with at an event like this is, oh, so how do you know the host? So knowing the host's name, you would say, oh, so how do you know Kimberly and Jacob, for example, and let them tell you. And that opens up a conversation starter right then and there that allows you to find something out about their relationship, how they know them. So knowing what to say, so how do you know the host, is a great and very easy first open liner to ask anyone to start conversation at any social event where you all have something in common. So I'm going to use that one a little bit repeatedly, but it always works in almost every situation. So keep that one in your back pocket. Meeting someone for the first time randomly in any situation, go in with the compliment. So it makes somebody feel good, make sure it's genuine, make sure you give the compliment almost instantly. Because if you're standing there in silence and then you think, what do I say, what do I say? And then you say, oh, I love your shoes, it doesn't feel genuine. So when you first come in contact with somebody, you make eye contact, maybe they've got a great scarf on. You could say, that is just the chicest scarf. How did you learn how to tie a scarf like that? I love it. Something like that. So you're picking out one thing about the person that they're wearing, or maybe a piece of, an earring. Maybe it is a pattern they have on, something like that. And you're asking them a specific question about that thing. And it's a really easy way to not only, give somebody a little bit of flattery, give them confidence, make them feel good about themselves, which then makes you instantly connect, but also makes them tell you a story about maybe something they're wearing, or, the inspiration behind something. Now, we don't want to say, so where did you get that? I love your scarf. Where did you get that? Because it forces them to tell you really how much they spent on it. So we don't want to ever put somebody in that corner. But you could go up and say, I just love your pea coat. That is just so chic. And I had one like it years ago. Is this a style you've always worn? Or it's incredible. Wow. Something like that. It's simple, but you don't overcomplicate it, but give a compliment, say what you like about it, and then ask something about it. It's a very simple formula. Next is the random line you're standing in, very long line at the airport, a cafe, a coffee shop, whatever it is. There's someone you want to talk to. What should you say? If that person's shoulders are open to you, can easily make eye contact with them, you can say something like, oh, I've never been here before. Is there anything you recommend? Or, I'm so excited to get to Jamaica. Have you been here before? Or do you have any favorite spots? Or where's your favorite place you've traveled so far? Any secret hidden spots? And the reason why is because asking for someone's expertise, especially on a topic you know they're interested in, i.e. the cafe they're at, the airport line, the bus line they're at, the train line, wherever they're off to somewhere where they know something about that, or they're buying something that they already know a little bit about the product they're going to be buying. So everyone likes to be the expert on something. So if you can ask their expertise, you instantly get them talking about something they're interested about, and it then allows you to learn from them and then add in to that conversation. So that's another one, a very easy one about how to talk to a random stranger that you happen to be in line with. If you could live anywhere for a year, where would it be? What's a hidden gem that's a must-visit place for you? Are you more of a beach or more of a mountain person? What's one thing left on your bucket list that you just really want to do next? Any good books or TV shows that you've seen or read lately? Who do you think is the most underrated band or musician right now? What's the best meal you've had recently? I feel like I need a new fresh restaurant to go to. Anything I should try? If you had to cook a dinner party, what's your signature go-to dish? What's the most adventurous thing you've done lately? Now, those are all fun, interesting, and will start conversation. They might surprise somebody, but that's not a bad thing. So don't be scared to bring something like that up if you feel like the environment calls for it. Mirror and match their energy. So somebody who's high energy wants to talk to somebody who is also high energy. Somebody who's low energy, if you come at it too aggressively and too overwhelming, you're going to probably scare or overwhelm them. So match energy. If somebody is zen, sitting in the corner, you don't want to bounce up to them. You approach them slowly. Match their soft flow energy, right? Instead of big bouncy energy. So sometimes it might take a second for you to observe before you approach somebody, but energy matching is really important. I talk about this in all my courses and my online finishing programs. I always say that you have to become a social chameleon, which means to be able to adjust to the room you are in, adjust to the environment you're in, because people want to socialize with and do business with people they have something in common with. So always keep that one in mind. Maybe there's somebody and you can sense their energy is maybe not, maybe they're a little bit shy and you still want to approach them, you still want to introduce yourself, whatever it might be. So what's a great opening line to approach with as a first time conversation starter with somebody who's an introvert? So what's a hobby or passion project that you have that you don't get to talk about too often? Why is that good? Because you're giving them a platform to tell you something. It's open-ended. It can go anywhere. They can talk about tennis or, sewing or fishing, whatever it is. And you're saying, and you don't get to talk about it that often. And you're giving them that platform to do it. It welcomes them to tell you something and you're inviting them. So if they feel a little insecure or a little bit shy about something or themselves, you're inviting them to tell you. And it just is a very warm and welcoming way to open conversation. The extrovert, that outgoing person who is just so, the life of the party, everybody's talking to them. What's a great way? You want to match their energy. So you want to go in super high energy where possible. And then here's the best opening line for an extrovert. What is the most fun thing you've done this month? Or you could say this week. And it will stop them saying, oh, and trust me, they've probably done a lot of fun things that week or that month. So it's going to take them a second to say, oh, and then of course, an extrovert will have probably done a few fun things. And they'll say, oh, well, it'd probably be between traveling here and going to this party, or I went to this water park, or whatever it is. And again, an extrovert's going to hand you the conversation and tell you something fun that then you can ask another question from after that. The creative. So the best thing to go in here is to say, so what's one thing inspiring you right now? Doesn't have to be work, social, could be both. What's the one thing that's inspiring you right now? And let them think. Again, stops them in their tracks. It's an interesting conversation. They're creative. They're going to come back with something really interesting to tell you about. That then again is that diving board for you to take the next question. Now, how do you keep conversation going? I want you to use something called the flow up formula. Here's how it works. When they answer whatever question you ask, you could say, oh, tell me more, or why? Because then it happens to make them explain something. Those are two easy things to remember. Tell me more and why, wherever relevant or appropriate. Now, one golden rule, if you need to pull it out of your back pocket because you just get stuck, remember the double A. Now, I wrote about this in one of my books, my business etiquette book called Business Etiquette Made Easy. And it's the double A theory, which is art and architecture. So you're standing in this room, wherever it is, or you're standing outside and find one thing that's either artwork or architecture related, and you bring that up. Maybe it's a painting. You say, have you noticed this painting? Every time I look at it, I see something different. What do you see? Could be something like that. Or I have never been in a room that is so beautiful. It's almost like the Gilded Ages in here. Have you seen this crown molding? Have you been here before? Art and architecture. It's my secret weapon and I use it all the time. On that note, go out, have fun, experiment. Don't worry. You're at a networking event or a party to be social. Remember that. Keep that in mind. People often go and then they feel, they kind of freeze up and they forget that everybody is there to socialize. So don't be afraid to walk up, introduce yourself, start conversation. And remember, everybody is there to do that with you. So next time you want to kind of go to a party, an event, write some of these down ahead of time, remember them, and then try them. And I promise you, you will have an interesting conversation, and you might be very surprised with how much networking it allows you to do, how many new connections, how many follow-up business cards or phone numbers or whatever it is the goal is that you'll be getting. Conversation is nothing to be afraid of. Nothing to clam up about. It's just something that really requires practice. So on that note, which is your favorite? Are there any that you all use all the time that you want to share to help the community? Please put it down in the comment section. And I can't wait to see which kind of tips you all have to share with us as well. On that note, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.